We're making homemade PayDay candy bars. This recipe makes 16 average sized candy bars. This does not bake in the oven. We're doing everything on the stovetop, super quick and easy. We're dumping everything into a pot. Let's get started. First things first, we need to prepare our candy mold, if you will. We need one 9 by 13 inch baking dish lined with foil. We're gonna spray that with nonstick cooking spray for easy removal later, very important. Next, we need 4 cups of roasted peanuts or honey roasted peanuts. We're gonna dump in 2 cups for the bottom layer, reserving the 2 remaining cups for the top layer. Go ahead and sprinkle that in. I almost used honey roasted peanuts, my favorite type of peanut. I made a last minute switch to regular peanuts after learning my hubby doesn't really care for the honey roasted kind. Okay, this looks ready to go. Just set that off to the side. Let's make the bars. To a pot on the stove over medium heat, dump everything in. We need 1 whole can of sweetened condensed milk. I will have an ingredients list pop up on the screen towards the end of this video for your convenience. It's also posted down in the description box along with the directions. 1 package of mini marshmallows, half a cup of butter, 1 package of peanut butter chips, and half a cup of creamy peanut butter. That's all, we need nothing else. At least that's what the recipe says. After making this myself, the only thing I'd say this candy bar was lacking is salt. In my opinion, PayDay candy bars are fairly salty. This recipe lacks that saltiness I was looking for. When I make this again, I will more than likely add in half a teaspoon of salt. That should do the trick. Now that we have everything in the pot, we're gonna stir this frequently so that nothing burns. It's probably gonna take close to 5 to 7 minutes for everything to melt down. I did read a few concerning comments about this recipe, people stating that theirs never really fully set up. The author noted that they might not have cooked it on the stove long enough. And since you're mostly dealing with marshmallows, I would say treat this as you would Rice Krispies. The longer you let your mixture cook on the stove, the firmer they will set up. The same could be true for Rice Krispies. In my case, I had the mixture cooking on the stovetop for roughly 6 minutes. Once you're ready, pour your mixture into your prepared dish. Then carefully smooth out your mixture before it starts to set. Once everything looks nice and flat, sprinkle the remaining 2 cups of peanuts on top. Next, we're going to grab a piece of parchment paper and gently press the peanuts into the mixture. Right now, they're mostly just resting on top, and we want them to sink in a bit. If it sticks, it's okay, just tap down any little parts that lift up. All that's left is to cover and place in the fridge for 1 hour. At least that's what the recipe suggests. Mine, however, wasn't fully set in the center until about the 3rd hour. The mixture does hold in a pretty good amount of heat, so chances are, yes, it will take about that long to fully set. Okay, now this is fully set. See how the foil just peels away? That's what you're looking for. We're gonna take this out of the dish and then turn it out onto some parchment paper. I'm just trimming off the edges and grabbing a sample here. Take a look at that, nice and firm. Okie dokie, to cut up your candy bars, grab a long knife and cut them about the width of a standard candy bar. You don't have to be precise. Honestly, if you wanted to cut these up into brownie squares, that would be fine too. Once you have all of your slices, all that's left is to cut those in half. You should be able to get about 16 bars. If you don't like how sharp the edges of the candy bars look, this is an easy fix. Just grab some plastic wrap, cover the candy bars, firmly press down, and rock the bars from side to side. This should help make your candy bars look a little more candy bar-ish. Let's take a look. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, let's pull it apart. Yep, I ate that part. And that part too. Here's that ingredients list. Well, there you have it, homemade PayDay candy bars. Super easy to make. You can leave them out on the counter and they'll be totally fine for a few days. However, I highly suggest storing them in the fridge. I don't know why, but in my opinion, they just taste way better coming straight from the fridge. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out, and I'll see you all in the next video.